A proud moment for Bangladesh and a meaningful contribution to the global conversation on humanitarian leadership. At a high-level diplomatic dialogue on the future leadership of the United Nations, Captain A.K.M. Golam Kibria, chairman of the Dr. Mostafa-Hazera Foundation, raised an urgent question to Susana Malcorra, former Foreign Minister of Argentina and former Chief of Staff to United Nations Secretary-General Ban Ki-moon. Susana Malcorra is one of the distinguished global leaders being discussed in the race for the next United Nations Secretary-General. During the dialogue, Captain Kibria highlighted one of the most serious challenges facing the world today: the growing impact of geopolitical rivalries and fragmented conflicts on humanitarian crises. Across the world, political divisions are disrupting aid delivery, displacing millions of people, and weakening the safety and protection of civilians. In this context, Captain Kibria asked,
Thank you, Susana Malcorra, ex-Foreign Minister of Argentina. Thanks for a beautiful speech. We are living in a world where geopolitical power struggle and fragmented conflicts are intensifying humanitarian crises across the world. Aid blockade displaces millions and weakening security and safety of civilians. What measures we can take for humanity not to hold hostage to political division in the world? And what consideration you have to reform United Nations Charter so that world crisis can be resolved effectively? Thank you.
All of this is interconnected. When you have a situation where the rule is that the strongest, the one with more force, is the one that will survive and will make his case, then you are in trouble, definitely. But the world is what it is. We will work to try and change it, but we need to recognize what it is. Within that constraint of what the world is, I think one needs to build, first, a safer space for the humanitarian deployment. And that is something that I believe is workable and doable. I think that, again, if enough member states get together behind a certain issue of significance that affect millions of people, building the case for humanitarian access is not easy, but a little bit easier. The problem then becomes the financing of the humanitarian. Because what is real is that we see more and more the UN taking hostage not only on issues, on language, on words, but also taking hostage by the reduction of resources. And that is a big problem, where again, I think some of these member states that I believe are so critical, that are the ones who can build the bridges, that are the ones who can raise the case on humanitarian access, should also be ready to play a stronger role on the financing of the United Nations, because that is a problem and we need to address the problem. When the UN finances, almost half the UN finances are in the hands of such few, this is a problem. And we need to find a way to address that. So it's not only the principles of humanitarian access, it's also how you pay for it. And I think this is a very central conversation to have.
In response, Susana Malcorra emphasized that the world must first recognize the reality of power struggles and conflict. She stated that within this difficult global environment, the international community must work to build safer spaces for humanitarian deployment. This exchange reflected a powerful message. Global leadership is not only about political negotiations, but also about protecting human dignity, ensuring humanitarian access, and standing beside vulnerable people in times of crisis. For the Dr. Mostafa-Hazera Foundation, this moment carries deep significance. And for Bangladesh, it is a proud reminder that our voice belongs at the center of global discussions on peace, justice, humanity, and the future of the United Nations.